I already know what it is. It's the government.
Or it's the ghosts.
Ooh, it's the government's ghosts.
Oh my God.
Ghosts of the government.
George
Hey, bro, that
Washington.
sound like an NBC show. Ghosts of the government. And then you got like
Right.
Ronald Reagan, like the head of the team and shit. Government ghosts. Busters.
Dr. Venkman.
Come on, Jack. Leave that shit alone, man. We don't need to smoke cigarettes no more, man. None of us in this room smoke cigarettes no more, Jack. We all done. Let's do it. Come on, man. We had this conversation the other day. You said you quit.
Nigga, I just bought that pack. I ain't had no.
What you do that for?
Yesterday.
What you do that for? Buy that pack of cigarettes. Give them here. Come on. Toss them over. Toss them over.
My biggest struggle.
That nigga not finna, he's not finna pass me that shit at all. Toss them up. Toss them over.
You putting them headphones on.
Hey, bro. I get it. I get it. I was you for a long time. Hey, man, he quit that. Don't tell me what the fuck do.
No, I feel that though because I'm the only sibling, nigga. It's 10. It's
What
a
the
lot
fuck
of
that got to do with anything? You
They
gotta
don't
live your
smoke,
life.
and they look
Fuck
at me-
what they
I
do.
know, but I'm just
Right.
saying. I know that, but in their eyes, I know they looking at me like we want you to be healthy, bro.
YOLO, my boy.
Stop smoking them
Stop
shits.
living through other people's expectations.
I want to be healthy. Ain't
There
just
you
about
go.
them.
That's all I want to hear.
But I'm just saying.
That's all I want to hear. I want
Remember
you to
what
say.
I said? Remember when we had that conversation on the podcast? Y'all said, "Is it? Are we supposed to live the way how? Like, what was the question you had asked the last time?
We ask a lot of questions. That's
Do
what
we
we do over
remember?
here.
You said, "Do we
That's
live?
what, like-
do we live to impress others, or do we
Yeah.
impress ourselves?" Or some shit you asked.
I don't know the question,
was
but
the
I
topic.
understand the gist
Yeah.
of what you're saying.
And
though.
remember, I said like I do things. I make sure I'm good and healthy and well,
Uh-huh.
so they don't have to worry. Type shit. It ain't
Yeah,
about
but-
me doing it for them. It's about I'm gonna do it
Nah,
anyway.
it's not ain't nothing wrong with doing it for them. The problem is you put them out there and said, well, what they would think and how they would feel. What I was saying was,
because of what they feel matters.
bro, you gotta live your fucking
But
life.
what they feel still matters, bro.
No, it doesn't.
How come?
No, for real.
I mean, my siblings.
Oh no. I love my siblings
I said
to
my,
death.
I said my siblings.
I'm
I
not
started
saying
this off with my
I don't
siblings.
care about their opinion.
Yeah.
All my siblings gonna understand what I mean. Like we all know.
Facts. They don't be just throwing it in my face like, bro, no. But I know they don't. They don't. 'Cause
Okay.
All right,
You
so
know what I'm saying?
I got the question, I think.
My mom don't throw it in my face. None of that shit.
Do you live your life for
They
you,
know
or do
I'ma
you...
do it.
Infinite. Do you live your life for you, or do you live your life for others?
I live my life for me and for the people I got. Like my son.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah, no, but you believe, so you're still living your life for you. It's not a selfish thing because your values, how you want to feel about
Yeah.
yourself is all about how you take care of your
Yeah,
family.
I know that.
So you live for you.
Yeah.
And in your life for you, you are in service of others, right? So
Ain't we all though? In a certain extent.
that's the way it's supposed to be.
Exactly.
But the question comes that he's trying to ask you is, why do you give a flying fuck about any of their opinions about whether or not you smoke? Do you want to stop smoking?
Because I know the energy behind why they act and why they want me to
Okay,
stop.
it-
It
here's
ain't
the thing.
about. It ain't about. It. See, y'all taking it wrong. See,
No,
y'all
no, hold
thinking
on.
it's about.
But-
if they feel this way, I'm gonna move because they feel this way. No, I'm gonna move how I'm gonna move regardless. But I know the reason. I know the why they saying this. They want better health for me. It ain't that they. It ain't about the
That's
control.
not even, that's
situation.
not even
Like-
what. Okay, so what he trying to tell you? What I was trying to tell you?
Yeah.
I understand everything you just said.
Right.
But what I'm trying to tell you is, why is that the priority? And
It's not
the,
a priority.
Why, that should be secondary to how
it-
you feel.
but here's the
no,
thing.
it's not a priority.
You should be
Yeah,
the
yeah.
first one to want to stop smoking before anybody else want it
Y'all
for you.
not
If
y'all
that
not
if that's in
listening.
your cards,
Hold
Y'all
on.
not listening.
Oh,
I
wait,
already
wait.
said earlier
If-
before I
if-
threw my brothers in them in there. I said I do want to do to stop doing.
right? No, but it's
That was secondary. Y'all got to
No.
listen to
They
the whole
say-
thing.
Go ahead.
They heard you though, but they're saying
They
still
preaching to the
why.
choir.
They still why
Why?
though. It's still the why because you still brought it up. You mentioned it.
yeah.
Why?
So-
Why you
why-
mentioned your siblings because it's still important to you.
Yeah,
Right.
they're important to me.
Yeah, but what we're trying to say is no one ever changes because somebody else has an opinion and they're
Yeah.
important to me.
Mm-hmm.
You only change because you want to change. If you don't devote
Yeah.
changing for you and what you want, it don't matter what
You-
anybody
You
else
don't-
says
you
or
don't-
thinks.
You don't think some people change because they had a good talking to by somebody they really respected and loved?
Have you changed yet? Have
Not
you,
all the time, but
I'm talking
about-
hold on.
Yeah.
Has anyone had that conversation with you yet? Yes. Have you changed yet? No. So who's it on? Don't blame nobody else. This is on you, man.
You're right. You're
So
right.
don't bring up how they feel about it. Bring up how you feel about it. Because if you actually cared how they felt about it, you would actually make change. You're not making the fucking change. It's not about how they feel about it. You're using that as an excuse to try to push yourself. Stop using them as a crutch. Stand up on your own 2 goddamn feet and push the fuck forward and do what you want to do.
Yeah.
If you want to stop, you make the decision. Everybody wants the best for us, but they can everybody can lead you to the water, man, but you don't have to drink if you don't want to.
Yeah, that's a fact.
You better start fucking drinking on your own. Wake the fuck up.
That's a fact.
Yeah. And that's what I was trying to tell you. Like, why do it matter what they think first? Like, and this is my thing right here. So I stopped smoking.
But
cigarettes,
that's
so
the thing,
no.
though,
So listen,
yeah.
though. I stopped smoking. Now, I don't know whether it's on the positive or negative side how my siblings feel about me stop smoking, because I didn't do it for them, and I didn't ask them how they felt about me smoking as a smoker in the first place. So when I stopped, it wasn't for them, and if they happy for me, then good. But if not, I don't care about that part, because I needed to do that shit for me. It had nothing to do with nobody else. And I told you the story as to why I don't smoke cigarettes.
Yeah.
I had to do that shit for me. So for you to say, like, well, I know my brothers and whatever, you putting their opinion above your actual health. Because the first person supposed to care about you is you.
I wouldn't say that.
No,
Because I understand what you're saying, and I agree wholeheartedly with what you said, and you too.
Mm-hmm.
But y'all got to understand, I'm not making that excuse.
No, I didn't
Like,
say no.
I'm
I'm not
feel-
saying you making excuses, bro.
No, you just said I put other people up.
That's not me telling you making excuses. I was saying, like, you should value.
But that's an excuse though. If you telling me you value their opinion and their opinions above what you should be doing anyways.
right. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying.
That's
Yeah,
an excuse
yeah.
for what you should be doing anyways.
So why haven't
So what you want to do, and you know what I'm saying. But that's not.
Go ahead.
so why
Yeah.
haven't you quit?
Because I know it's bigger than. It's. I know it's addictive. I know it's
It's very
got
addictive.
certain drugs in there that keep you coming back.
So
Then it fucks. It just.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's a lot. It fucks with you.
No, bro. I was there. I was there.
And that's an excuse too.
Hold on.
So I don't like even saying that.
that's why
Hey,
I just asked
hold
you.
on,
I
That's what I'm
asked you.
saying. So what they
Yeah.
saying to me,
All right.
it don't apply to me.
Can I?
Because I understand these are all excuses. At the
Hold
end of the day, I know I have to do this.
Hold on.
And that's always been me.
Hey.
I know I have to. I just care about it just because me caring about what they say. If I know it, that's anybody. If you cheat, like you just said, like you just preach game to me
Yeah.
about you should do it. It should be your decision. Right. But I got to make that decision.
Yeah.
As much as you just preached that, I got to make that decision.
Exactly.
I'm
All right.
going to do that anyway.
So here, let's talk about the whole addiction to smoking thing
Yeah.
real quick, because I've never smoked a cigarette. So usually we get addicted to things because of how they make us feel. Not
Facts.
about the addictive qualities of it. The addictive qualities are the emotions and the feelings that we're searching for. Fuck the nicotine and all that other stuff. How do you feel when you smoke a cigarette?
And it's habit too.
How does it do? So you're just lighting them up one after another, 2
No.
packs a day? So
No.
when you smoke, what makes you want to smoke a cigarette?
You know what? And I do that to this day.
What?
That question you ask, just ask me. I
What
ask
m-
myself that all the time. Like, why you want to smoke one? I talk to myself,
You
bro.
talk.
Yeah.
I literally talk to myself. Like, if you don't talk to yourself in your head, you crazy.
Bro,
You fucking nuts.
Hey, straight up though.
I ask myself
That's-
these questions myself.
That's why I quit, because I was talking to
But
me
I've
about
always, and I still struggle though. I still
And-
struggle.
and I'm
I
with you,
always
bro.
ask these
Bro,
questions.
I'm not judging
but I
you at
still
all. I'm
struggle.
not here for judgment.
That's what I'm saying.
I actually
It ain't-
understand you
hold on.
more than you think I
Nobody.
do.
That's what I'm saying. Nobody
Easy.
opinion or feelings or emotions attached to what I'm doing matters
But
at
all right.
all because I'm gonna end
Right.
up doing it.
All right, but no.
I know what I have to do.
Mhm.
But if I know it's coming from a good place by somebody that's close to me, I grew up with, I know they just saying out of care.
Yeah, but
I don't mean I'm moving because of them.
Right.
I'm moving because I want to anyway.
I get that. All right.
You
all
feel
right.
what I'm saying?
Okay, so maybe it's a misunderstanding.
Y'all gotta listen.
No, I heard everything
Y'all-
you're saying.
Y'all
but,
preaching to the choir. Y'all know who I am.
all right.
You know who I am,
But hold
nigga.
on. Hey, let's break down the same conversations you have in your head because he's had these same conversations. There may be somebody who's watching or listening that's going to have the same
Hey, I'm gonna
conversations.
tell you something right now. These are life questions to yourself. This is how you grow as a person. Because you got to ask yourself, why do I move the way I move?
Mm-hmm.
Why do I react to certain things that make me react to it?
Mm-hmm.
These are questions that's how you fix trauma.
Mm-hmm.
So you preach it to the choir, as I say again.
Mm-hmm.
This is something you do all the time.
Should
as long
be.
as you live, you should grow.
Yeah.
So you have to. Why is these the people attracted to me, or I'm attracted to being around these people, type shit? Why? You know what I'm saying? You have to, because if you don't, you'll be out here lost in the sauce.
Yeah, I mean, you don't ever supposed to stop asking questions. So I get what you're saying. You're supposed to wonder.
You got to know about your being, man, so you can be able to adapt and be able to control your energies out here.
Mm-hmm.
Because you got to deal with other energies. You feel me?
You deal with other energies.
You
don't
have to.
You don't have to.
If human beings, it's a lot of us
Nah, you
everywhere.
have to.
You have to.
You have to
Listen.
deal with other people in this society. You
Have to.
Well,
Listen. I asked my students the other day. I said, "What's one thing we all have to deal with on a daily basis that is like difficult to avoid?" They said a whole bunch of things, and I was like, "Somebody
People.
said people,
Mm-hmm.
because they're everywhere. The moment you step outside of your home,
Yeah. They all over
shit
the
is
place.
here. You go, because you never know
They
who
all
you're
over
gonna
the
run
place.
into, what's going to happen. But like you said, if you stay in your own lane and you try to avoid it, because it's going to be there.
Protecting those energies,
Yeah.
learning, ask yourself these
For sure.
questions because it strengthens your spirit.
Right.
So that gives you ability to be able to deal with other energies, even if you got an energy around you that's fucked up. You start seeing other energies. You start because energy is everything.
Yeah.
We give off that. You
So-
know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Oh, for sure. I agree with all of that.
Go ahead. So
Time-
you get, like I
Di-
said, I'm sorry, Steve. You gotta learn how to stay in your lane.
yeah, but
Oh, yeah.
at the same point, you can't always stay in your lane because, like, what is the toughest thing on the planet? Is a diamond, right? It's the hardest thing on the planet. What makes diamonds?
Pressure.
Pressure.
Pressure. We all got to deal with pressure
Mhm.
to be able to get better. I mean, you can't be made of glass.
Hey, so I do a lot of spiritual journey.
Oh, by the
in
way,
my-
welcome to the show about everything.
yeah, here we go.
We had a little bit of a
So
good
I've been-
conversation at the start, so we're just gonna keep it flowing.
I've been doing a lot of spiritual journeying in my brain, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's hard. I don't know. It's hard to explain. Like I think like a lot of this shit we think of. What was the last thing you said? Because that's what made me think of this.
Shit, man, I don't remember ADHD.
He
brain.
spoke about the diamond
Oh yeah,
Pressure.
pressure.
and the pressure.
Nothing in. You got to
Yeah.
deal with this stuff. You have to be able to get tougher and stronger. You have
There
to
it
learn
is.
how to deal
There
with all
it
this
is.
shit.
Why do we do that?
What? Why do we do what?
Everybody do it, and then like the people who do it the most seem like the best people.
Do it.
We tell each other, hey, if you ain't had no hard life, you ain't living, motherfucker. Why does our life have to be so fucking hard? And why do we have to be the tough people? Why do we have to go through what God said is just enough for us?
All right.
What I'm saying is like, why do we keep perpetuating that?
Oh, but
and that's
here's-
not true.
But here's
It's not true at all. Because think about it. You say, what don't kill you make you stronger. No, what don't kill you could probably just be waiting to kill you later.
yeah. No.
It don't make you stronger sometimes.
Sometimes it puts a fucking wound in you.
So it don't actually
No.
make you stronger. It just made you thought you made it through some shit that you're gonna die from later. So what don't kill you don't make you stronger at all. Why do we tell ourselves, hey, do a great job and you do the right thing and you'll prevail, and then everybody who really winning in life, they didn't do none of that shit.
Facts.
No, that's
Hell
not
no.
true. You can't say it.
Who winning in life that did all of that?
Facts.
The
What?
shit that go through a fucked up life and it's a good thing going on the other side of this
Well,
hill.
what caliber of people?
Hmm?
Now you got to throw what bracket of people in there?
Everybody.
You talking about?
Everybody. I don't give a fuck. I'm talking
You
about
said
everybody.
That, no, you said that's running the world. Or that's on top? You said
No,
it's-
that's living the good life.
No, no. What I'm trying to tell you is, we tell ourselves, and we also tell our children. We keep perpetuating this: hard work pays off. All you got to do is just keep your head down and do. All that is bullshit, bro.
Not for
Like-
everybody. Gary Vanderchuk, Mark Cuban. Mark Cuban's a billionaire, and he came up from nothing. His parents weren't wealthy. He wasn't given. I'm not even going to mention Donald Trump because his parents were rich. But there are a lot of people in
Bruh,
this
you
world.
just mentioned rich people.
No. But you're
That's
saying
been
no.
rich
You
ever
said
since we known them.
yeah, but Mark Cuban.
We come up with any.
But
Yeah, go ahead.
Mark Cuban wasn't born rich.
I don't know that to be true.
No,
I know
go-
that you
I-
could read that.
No, you can. He ended up
That's
becoming.
my
He
point.
was
Yeah, you
living
can
in
read
a. He was living in a like a 2-bedroom place with like 6 guys. When they came up with, was it PayPal that they? Nah, he came up with something that
It
they.
was,
One
like
of 'em was
PayPal.
rich.
It was PayPal or something.
Yeah,
I think
something
it was
like that.
PayPal.
He came up from nothing, worked
No, I
his
think
ass
Elon
off,
Musk
and
was
did.
PayPal. This was
Elon Musk,
something that-
yeah,
yeah.
but Mark Cuban did
Yeah,
something
I
along
get
the
it
same
though. Yeah,
thing.
he put his hands in a lot of businesses.
Gary
But
Vanderchuk.
where he come from before then, though?
But what I'm saying, no, you don't
All I'm
understand.
saying is
Name 100 people right now off the top of your head without even having to do do it right now. You can't. You know why? Because it's not real.
Well, you could.
It's not real.
You could name 100 of the top athletes that came.
And
from
then
ghettos
how does that equate to what are you saying?
That's
because they
different.
had like Kobe. Kobe
That's
had
way
to work
different.
harder than everybody. No, it's
That's
about
way
Joe Jelly Bean
That's
Bryant.
way different. That's way different. That's a way
No, did you hear what I said?
How
Because
many-
Kobe's not an
how
owner.
many
Hey,
talents-
listen.
hold-
Joe Jelly Bean Bryant. Can we all acknowledge that was a person, right?
I don't.
That's Kobe Bryant's dad. He played for the 76ers.
Okay, but
He already had a path to the NBA.
he had.
So you cannot say he came from hard work kicks it. And he was one of the best. You know why? Because he was always around basketball
because
players.
he worked harder than everybody else.
Not
what
necessarily.
What about Jerry Rice? Jerry Rice
What
is the
about him?
all-time. So you could argue that Jerry Rice is the best football player of all time.
So why are we using
But
athletes?
you talking about different things.
We-
That's
all
all
I'm
Hold on,
saying-
wait. Hold on.
no, all
You
I'm
talking
saying
about
is-
different things, though.
No, he
'Cause
said
Mark
there's
Cuban
nobody.
owns something.
Yeah,
He's been
because
owning
he
the league.
worked it.
Yep.
He
He's-
earned it.
So
He
it's-
wasn't given
You
it.
gotta understand. There's hold
Mark
on,
Cuban.
cuz.
you don't know
There's
that.
different
Yes,
colors.
I
Hold
do.
on, wait.
Look it
You
up.
don't know that because before that he moved in with his friends and they came up with the shit. Before that, where did he come from?
Right.
And you got to understand privilege, and you got to understand different things too.
So,
because-
like, you
hold
just
on,
going
wait
off
a
what you
minute.
read.
Hold on, wait a minute.
And I'm not saying it's
Hold
wrong,
on, wait a minute.
but you're saying that to be fact. But go
then
ahead.
you talking about Kobe? Yeah,
he
facts.
talked about it. I mean, you can look.
did
if
talk
you,
about
if
that,
you
but he
never
also-
believe anything that anybody says about the
I'm not
hardships of their life, you're going to be
That's not
skeptical
hard.
forever.
You think that was hard for
I
them?
don't know. Yeah,
Mark Houston back then, he got smart ass friends. He probably went to the best schools. How you just
So-
think he met these friends? That's what I'm saying. It's different. It's different situations,
So-
right? He probably did have to work hard. Okay, they build some money. That's all you gotta do is build some money. You already got an idea. Your friends helping you. All you gotta do is build the money now. That's gonna come easy. Kobe had to literally work hard, and it's different fields.
If it came easy,
Mark
why
Hugh,
did-
Mark Hugh is the owner.
She's trying to say
I'm
something.
sorry. Yeah, you right.
Oh yeah.
I wasn't done though. I had to finish my whole thought.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
I understand because my question was going to be: you said different situations. So, what are different struggles? What does struggling
Exactly.
look like to
Exactly.
everyone a part of?
Exactly.
'Cause it can
Struggling
look
is
differently.
different.
It's different for everyone.
Exactly.
So,
So if
So
you,
what is the
because
struggle?
some people say because like you said, it's different situations. And see, I see both sides. You gotta start seeing both
Oh.
sides.
Okay.
Not all. Not
I got questions then.
you got because you really got to see both sides though.
Okay, so
it's not as easy as
hold on.
for us. You know
Hey,
Here,
pause.
just ask
doors
the
are
question.
already open for them and handed down. They already got shit they already had it, farms and shit that's handed down. So that
Okay.
already your childhood
All right,
was already
infinite,
hold on.
infinite. No, get
So
it
your
out, but let him
childhood
get a
was
chance to
already
talk too,
good.
bro.
Yeah, I definitely am. I just got to get it all out first.
All right,
I'm
dig
long-winded. I'm
it.
sorry, I'm long-winded. I
No,
got to get
come
my
on,
thoughts
let's
all
make it a
together.
little bit shorter on the wins.
All right, go ahead. Just go ahead.
No, I ain't want to cut
No,
you
go
off,
ahead,
bro. I'm
finish.
just saying, like he
No,
was.
finish.
No, I don't want you to forget your thought. Go ahead, because she wanted to talk too.
My question is, you talk about everybody's got different struggles.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So have you ever thought about some of the struggles that those people that you think have it everything and everything's been given
That's
to
what I
them?
was just saying. That's what I was asking.
You
Yeah,
ever
they got
want-
struggles too,
Like what?
but it's still a different struggle.
It is a different struggle, but
Y'all
what
don't have
makes
to-
hold on? What makes your struggle or these other people's
Because-
struggle worse than
because-
somebody else's?
because-
How can you compare if you ain't never
because-
been in it?
Because
I don't think you should ever compare a struggle to anybody.
I just said it's different.
But you were just trying to compare.
I mean, you can't. I think you can't compare situations.
No, you can't.
Because if the household fucked up and you can't find yourself nothing to eat.
Hold up, bro. You can't be both. You
You
said
can't be both.
I'm saying if you can have a fucked up if you can't find nothing to eat from the
I
crib,
mean, like,
your
if you can
situation.
compare them, you can compare them, but don't say you not gonna compare them and then compare them.
I'm gonna say because you can't compare them.
Okay, all right.
Because you can't compare them. If you grew up not having nothing,
Mm-hmm.
your house you can't even find nothing to eat, right? So you already
Yeah, that's
grew
a,
up
that's a
trauma.
struggle in itself.
That's a struggle
yeah, the
in
struggle to
itself.
actually
Okay.
eat
But
and
then you got
survive. Yeah, I get that,
situations, you got others not, and that's more of us seeing like that. Not saying there's no white people seeing like that.
It's it's an everybody thing. Though.
Hold on,
I ain't gonna,
but
I'm not even,
then you
I'm
got
not even trying to be
struggles where
politically correct,
it is
but
an everybody thing.
it,
but
it
I'm
really
just saying,
is, bro.
Okay, you just said earlier you don't believe in what you call it, the numbers thing.
Statistics.
Statistic.
No, I know. That's my point.
Statistically,
I know a lot of different kind of people. We all live the
we
same.
are.
Hey,
Yeah.
hold on.
Yeah.
I got a question.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
It's not like
So
everybody.
how can you compare the struggle? Because think about it like this. Put yourself in one. Hold on. Let
okay.
me fucking finish, please. How can you compare? Like, yes, there are people that struggle with not having enough to eat, not having. But you know what a lot of those families have? They have a lot of love from one of their parents. You know what a lot of rich kids, those trust fund kids, they get their parents who are never around. They get raised by a nanny. They get raised by a maid. They have everything cooked for them. They never have anybody tell them they're proud of them. How would you feel if no one ever said, I love you, and actually made you feel like it got fucking they meant it? How can you? The struggle is different. Like, yes, they may have everything given to them financially, but they may not have any of the other struggles in life that actually make them tough, and that makes them soft-ass, whiny little bitches who are trying to be something they
And
can
that's
never
what
be.
I was just gonna say.
So how can you say that
That's
their
why I
struggle
said
is any
the-
less
the
important
strugg- I
than
said
somebody who's got a...
The struggle is different.
Yes, but you
Because
can't
can
compare
go through
them.
that too.
We all go through
You
shit.
Can, you could still be that person without.
But you're saying you were saying essentially, now maybe I'm wrong, that you want to say the people that didn't have anything had to struggle worse. It was harder than them than people who might have been handed easier paths.
Because
How can you have?
Let her go.
Okay.
Because, like, if you put it like this, someone that once had a closet full of Adidas, now they're wearing Balenciagas and Gucci. To them, you know, now they're balling. They
Right.
made it. Now, you know, they're no longer struggling. For somebody like me, okay, I had a grilled cheese. You know what I'm saying? We could say that's my struggle, quote unquote. And then somebody else used to having, you know, meals at McDonald's or whatever. Our struggles would still be different because they upgraded, I upgraded. So it's just, you can't compare them because the struggle will look different to all of us because of, you know.
See, I'm talking about as kids, like as kids though.
If you had parents that never showed
I'm
you
talking about-
love
we
or
talking
never
about
showed
kids,
love
though.
to each other, you'd never be
But
happy
let me
because
ask
you
you
wouldn't know
something.
how to be in a
Let me ask you
relationship.
something. Let me ask you something. You think people that don't have nothing, as far as like you said, the food and the can't eat, lights, no nothing, still have love? Because sometimes there ain't no love in the house.
No,
either.
there's some people that have it way worse than other people.
Some people don't
Absolutely.
have love. Hold on.
yeah.
Some people don't have love in that house.
They don't
either.
have anything.
And you talking about, and as a people, that love gets you everywhere, but love ain't gonna stop that stomach that hurt. That love ain't gonna, cause if that stomach hurt, you gonna find some way out there to go get it. So now you take it from other motherfucker. Now you make their family hurt. You feel what I'm saying? But if you rich, okay, I don't get no love from the crib. My daddy working. That's your fault. Cause now you gotta understand. My grandma.
You can't blame a
I
kid.
ain't heard, look,
You
I ain't
can't
heard
blame
my
a kid.
grandma. I ain't heard my grandma. As a cert, you gotta learn. You gotta start using this.
You were just talking
I'm
about
sorry,
kids,
but as a
literally
kid, as a
30
kid-
seconds ago.
As a kid, this was always open. So I always study and wonder why. I always ask them questions. Since I was a kid, I was always open, bro. Just listen to me. You ask me, you want me to tell you about me, right? So, okay, my grandma ain't never said certain shit about, I ain't never heard my grandma say she loved me till one time.
My father
but
never has.
But she showed love, though, through other shit.
Yeah.
So fuck all that. That's why I say it's different. It's a different. You are a crybaby bitch because my dad did all the work. He did all this work because he needed to feed you. He needed to make sure you was good, so you didn't have to worry about other struggles. So the struggles is different. You can't compare the two. You can compare the two, bro, because you still got love, but you didn't see the love because you wanted to hear the love. You feel what I'm saying? You want to be. Your parents had to go get it so he can make sure your life was easier as you got older. That love that we was getting, sometimes that wasn't enough because we was still out here hurting, trying to figure it out and go take it from other people. Why y'all want to be? Oh, this is hard. My dad don't love me. So I'm gonna pop.
Hold on.
You feel what I'm saying?
No, I know
it's
it's
just
hey,
different. It
hold
is
on,
the
calm
difference.
down. Hold on.
And
No,
speaking to
I
Mike,
got-
speaking. Make sure when you
I got a
talking.
question.
Yeah, this mic is so
All
short.
right, you go first.
No, all I was gonna say is like to me is just but going back to just making choices because we're choosing to compare. Like you said, it's different struggles, but why are we choosing to compare?
Because
Yeah,
sis-
that's
because
what
you
I.
gotta think
That,
about
now you
systematically.
you observing the same thing
You're
I'm
right.
observing.
And I agree
Like
with
I
you.
don't think like so. I'm gonna go right back to what I said.
Can I say this one thing? That's all I want to say. You're right, and I agree with you. But I'm talking about systemics now. I'm
Yeah.
talking about what's
that
the
part.
system is. I'm talking about that
I
part.
understand that.
That's why I'm so passionate because
Yeah.
it's that part. Like we don't think about that part. We don't think about what's in place for certain shit for certain populations to struggle or certain people to struggle.
Okay.
What?
You see what I'm saying? But go ahead. What you were saying?
No, I was just saying like in general. I'm gonna just stick to my guns and say you can't really you can't compare two struggles. The reason why I say that everybody gonna struggle. So if you compare two, then you gotta compare three. 3 come 4, 4 come 10, 10 come 100, 100 to 1,000, and then after a while, all you doing is comparing struggles. What else is you doing? It don't matter. Like to me, it don't matter. If I'm gonna be struggling, I'm not even gonna tell not one motherfucker in this room I'm struggling, and I mean that.
Mm-hmm.
So for me to be struggling, I don't have time to compare mine to yours. I'm still dealing with mine.
Yep.
So I'm not saying you're wrong.
Right,
I'm just
at all.
saying I stick to what I said before you said everything you said,
Yeah.
and I still believe you can't
We
compare
was talking
struggles.
about Mark Hughes. I'm just saying. Look,
No, yeah, I get it. Like, look,
I don't like the
he's
always
saying they struggled.
Yeah.
I'm with you on
I'm
that
saying,
one.
like
I don't feel like
made
they
it clear,
struggled, bro. I don't.
Like I said, systematically speaking, this is how I'm speaking.
Okay,
that's where the passion going. It ain't
Right.
going into my person. It ain't never personal. It's just because I always think what's in place for us to experience different things. You know what I'm saying?
But how can you compare something to something you've never experienced?
What do you mean?
You it's hard to compare something to something that you have no experience learning or
Right. You're
going
right.
through.
Right.
You're
Yeah,
So
right.
that's,
you
that's
want
true.
to you want to sit here and
comparing
be like
struggles is
like
comparing different experiences.
Yeah, you're comparing wounds. I got shot. You got hit by a fucking machete. Guess what? They
What did it
both
look
fucking
like?
hurt
Yeah.
and impacted us in different ways. You're
Yeah.
never gonna know what it's like for me to get shot, and I'm not gonna know what it's like to get hit by a
That ain't-
machete.
that ain't- see,
But
that's
yeah,
surface
instead
level
of-
for me. I'm talking bigger than that. It's deeper than that for me.
Okay, so
I'm not talking about we
So
compare the whole
how
man's
deep is it? What is it? Because it like you definitely are very outspoken about it. I want to know where you coming from.
Let's
What-
go
what-
down
what-
this
yeah,
rabbit
let's
hole.
therapize.
Yeah, you gotta go
I
down.
want therapize.
out there, y'all talking about surface level shit. I'm talking about like we
What?
know for a fact there's a system has held a certain amount of people down there.
Yeah.
put a
Well,
certain
hold
amount-
on. First
so
off,
so there's different struggles in that already.
Okay,
so there's
but
different
then what?
opportunities in that already.
But then what?
what do you mean?
But then what?
Then
Like,
what? Then as a person, as a human being, knowing these situations, you gotta now navigate through these situations.
Yeah. Oh, you right up the
You
alley.
see
I'm
what
about
I'm
to tell you.
That's what I'm saying. Go
So
ahead.
okay, so if you not adaptive, then what the fuck is you doing on Earth right now? Because if the game is already rigged, learn how to win one.
Facts.
Ain't no time to sit around
Facts.
complaining about how shit ain't fair.
No, that's a
and
fact.
Motherfucker got this leg up. It's
Yeah.
all. If you feel like that's what it is, it's already there, and it's always been that way.
Yeah, no facts.
So
then
if
you're
that-
gonna
and-
lose no matter what.
Nah, ain't no losing. I'm gonna tell you right now. If you know how to play any game, we play 2K, and what does 2K do more than any game?
You already know.
They cheat. Everybody who play 2K would tell you 2K cheats.
Madden.
Madden.
Yeah.
Okay,
Same
so
thing.
what do you do? What did I tell you? We was
You
playing
beat
the
the
other day.
system.
I said, bro, pay attention. They about to let LeBron start going off. What the fuck happened?
Yeah.
Because that's what the game do. It cheats. So if you know a game cheats, anticipate that.
Right.
Ain't no time to sit around and cry about you already knew it was going to happen, then it happened, and then you took the time that you could be doing something productive and cried about it instead of doing something about it.
Yeah.
So
Then
why,
So-
you got
Go
yeah.
ahead.
so why is it that we see and we observe and we have an issue with it, but then we never do anything about it?
So I don't know who we is, but
I wasn't
think-
saying. I was just generally speaking. I was just
Nah, I'm
asking the
being
question
funny.
because I'm
I
just
got-
saying.
No,
I
I'm
got
being
it.
funny.
I
Like
can
I,
explain it.
Oh, okay.
It's fear. We are all so afraid of losing what we've got that sometimes we're not willing to go out on a limb to try to either get into a position to change something or do something about it or look at it from somebody. We are all so afraid of the shit that's happened to us that we're going to get judged or we're going to get ostracized or somebody's going to laugh at us. We have way too many people that care way too much about what everybody else thinks and just, instead of just
Don't
stands
point at
up.
me, bro, because that's not me. Don't point
What
at
the
me.
fuck just happened?
He said, he said too many people
I
care.
I only
Yeah.
pointed at you because
Yeah,
you were
but
talking
we were
about how
talking
your
about it.
family wanted you
Yeah,
to.
but
Anyway,
you saying that, and I'm
hold
not
on.
saying that it's not true, because he can't say how I feel about anything.
No,
We just having a
it's
conversation.
just saying.
Yeah.
We all get so
People-
scared about being judged about our opinions or our wants or how we feel about things that we just shut up and try to stay out of it because we don't want to get ostracized or ridiculed.
If it's wrong, it's wrong, though.
You're
If
right.
that's not how you feel. So if it's wrong, you won't say nothing.
How many? No. But we need more people to stand up and say something. Like, how do you feel about? We've talked about this on the podcast, having biological men playing against women.
Right, yeah, we are.
If you don't like it, instead of just being like, well, it doesn't affect me, I shouldn't, I don't want to really get involved, I don't want to be called a transphobe or anything like that. If you don't agree with it, we all need to start standing up and going, man, this is wrong. Because there's a hell of a lot more people around there that think the way we do or think the way you do, that if you just got around to getting to know people and talking to people, you can find communities and what you want. Social media sucks, but social media is great. You can actually find like-minded people if you really want to.
It's yeah. I had something to say, but lost that.
ADHD podcast,
Like a
man.
motherfucker, bro. I was about to say something like, what the fuck was I about to say? It was along the lines of what you said, but apparently it ain't coming. So
It must have not have been too different from what I was saying.
no, it was along the lines.
Yeah,
of
I
what
It's
you
gonna
said,
make
yeah.
the change. Make the change, man.
But yeah,
Change is scary, like you said. Everybody don't know how to change. Shit.
no. But the thing is, like, it's the change is impossible.
You said
No, it's not.
is it is you said it is impossible?
It's impossible.
No, it's not.
I don't
You know
believe
why?
that.
Because I just said change is impossible, and the first thing out your mouth was no, it's not,
Yep.
and that's why change is impossible.
Yep.
There's always got to be a debate. There's always got to be a where do I get in? Where do I fit in this situation? What's in it for me? And
Nah.
that's why change is impossible.
Okay, so at that point, you used to smoke cigarettes. If change was
No,
impossible, do you still
I
smoke
meant
cigarettes?
I meant in
Oh.
society. I think everybody knew what I meant. I'm not talking about.
I thought you were
changing-
talking individually.
No,
All
I
right,
mean
okay.
like change in
I gotta
general.
stop
Like I
doing
thought we all have a
Nah.
like mind on one level.
Okay,
We all have the same view of what the world should be. At least that's what I think.
but has society not already changed over the last 30, 50, 60, 80, 100 years over and over
Did
and
it
over
really?
again?
It's gonna
Yeah.
keep changing.
How?
Well, first off, society changed because we used to have men that went out and worked and women stayed at home and raised the kids. Then we got the feminist movement, and now we're at the 90s happened. When I grew up, we didn't talk about race. Like everybody was the same in the 80s and 90s. We didn't talk about that shit at all. It wasn't a problem. Now all society does is talk about race or gender or sex or what. We used to be a very moderate society. Women used to wear skirts
the
that went down
funniest
to their
shit-
ankles.
You know the funniest shit I heard a comedian say?
What's
They be
that?
speaking some truth shit.
Now they shake their
most
ass.
He
comedians.
said,
is woke.
what did he say? He said, because he had some white people at his show. He said, and he doing his little shit. He said, you know what's funny? He said, they're mad. He said, you know what's funny about the white people when you get on race, or they know everything else, but when it comes to race, they act like they don't know what the fuck going on when they the one started the shit. I said, that is deep as fuck. That is deep as fuck. Cause that's the truth. That's the true thing. We wasn't on no race shit back. Like that shit came from them telling us we had to mark certain shit and giving us and telling us who we are. That's some real shit. I'm like, damn.
Yeah, but I never did that to nobody. I never told anybody who they needed to be.
But you was talking about this. Everybody bringing up about race, and we didn't talk about that when we was kids. I'm like, that shit be funny as hell because it just literally just happened in front of my eyes. Y'all know all about race.
I
It
think
probably wasn't taught, but y'all knew. Yeah, come on,
Something,
man.
yeah.
Well,
Don't
what do
be
you mean?
oblivious. What
No,
you mean
no,
you want
no,
to talk about race?
No,
when
what do
you
you
was a
mean?
kid?
No, I want to know what you mean.
No, tell me what you mean you want to talk about race when you a kid.
Man, I had black kids and Mexican kids, and we had white kids, and we just treated everybody like they were people. When I
All of y'all,
yeah,
everybody.
man, I didn't hear the N word until I was probably fucking 13 or 14 from my friends.
Right. They was probably saying longer than that.
Yeah, they probably were, but what I'm saying is, you say all
And,
white
and what
people.
was you talked about? When what were you taught about that word?
No, I wouldn't hear nothing about that word until I was much older. All I knew it was a word for black people. I didn't understand what it meant or
So
what.
ain't that's saying you already pinpointing the race,
What do you mean?
but you didn't know nothing about it. You just said you didn't know, but you said you knew that word was for black people.
When somebody said it around me, I said, "What are you talking about?" So I was inquisitive when it happened. Like what I'm saying is, no one taught. Like
13 is young too. I still don't think that you. That's young. You still knew it early though.
when my friends were talking about. Look, I'm not saying. Okay, I think you're misunderstanding. Maybe I'm wrong because maybe I'm on the wrong page. But we weren't talked about right now, like critical race theory. They want to teach in school to 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th graders where it says white people are bad and black people have been oppressed for the entire history of the United States. I wasn't taught that shit.
What-
I was taught that people were people.
What was your history taught? What were you taught in history then?
We were taught the Constitution. We were taught about slavery.
Oh, okay.
We were taught about
Okay,
slavery
okay.
and how it was wrong, and we
okay.
had presidents
Okay.
who owned
We
slaves.
didn't know nothing about it though. You just told on yourself. What were you taught in school? We didn't
Dude,
know,
wait,
but we
hold
was
on.
taught this
No,
in
no, no.
school.
You
What are
ain't-
you talking about? We talking about the racism shit. You
So,
taught that in school and
all
history
right.
first.
No,
All right, so
What
this-
are
you
you
are
talking about?
Okay, so this
You taught about the
I'll
oppressor.
let you go, 'cause
were
he's
taught-
obviously not
'cause you were
understanding
taught
where I'm
about the
coming
oppressor early, and you said you don't know nothing about it.
Look. I believe this conversation has to be had between the two of y'all to get an understanding between the two of y'all. I believe if you was less aggressive, he'd be able to answer some of these questions you asked him.
I asked him. He just told me everything I need
No,
to know. He
I-
said
I
he didn't. He
heard
said he
the whole
didn't
thing.
learn about this.
I heard. No,
He
I
didn't
heard
know
the whole
nothing
thing.
about this.
Yeah,
But
you're
then he
absolutely
just
correct. I heard the
broke
whole thing. I
down
heard
to
the whole-
me
yeah, I heard the whole
everything.
thing. Yeah, you're right.
There's no.
That
There's
happened.
no. you just,
You're not listening to what I'm saying.
what are you saying? What are you saying? That's the point. You
'Cause-
said you didn't
So
know
that-
about it.
no. I get what.
See,
okay, so
I'm trying to tell you what I'm saying, and you don't want to actually
Okay, bro,
comprehend
okay.
what
I-
I'm
there-
saying.
There's
Let me
nothing
listen,
wrong with you
Kyle.
wanting to
Let me
know.
listen.
Just you being super aggressive.
Yeah, because he
You-
acting stupid. I
Bro,
don't like you act.
look,
Don't.
Well, just if you being super aggressive,
I'm
how
sorry,
he
he's
gonna-
not stupid, but
how
he's
he
acting
gonna
this way.
feel-
Nah,
how he
you
gonna-
ain't listening to what the fuck I'm saying. That's the problem. What I said was when I was a kid, we didn't see y'all or black people or anybody else as any less than us. We didn't talk about race as you. We taught in school the history of racism. But in 1980s and 1990s, I wasn't taught that you were oppressed your whole lives and that you were any less than what I was. Guess what? I was born to a fucking lower middle class family, a teacher and a truck driver. We didn't make shit. I didn't have shit. We all struggled through the same shit. I had my lights turned off. We had our water turned off. Nobody was better than me. We were better than nobody. Black dudes in my school treated them like friends. Did I ever treat you like you were anything less than me? Nah. Just because my ancestry and history of our country did some evil shit, and I can acknowledge they did some evil shit, I had nothing to do with it. I wasn't taught at any point in my life to look at another race and think they were less than me because they were a different color.
So my question
That's
is,
my fucking point.
So my question next is how you feel about it.
About what?
How do you feel about the oppressors and what they've done to us? Hold on, let them answer.
I ain't no. You cut me off. I should have said in the first place.
If we want to distinguish how this country was built from every other empire across this globe since the beginning of time, we're all being far too short-sighted. Slavery is wrong. Should they have done it? No. Did they do it? Yes. Can we do anything about it? No. So what can we do? We can learn how to all actually get together and work together and understand what happened was bullshit. but I had nothing to do with it. You had nothing to do with it. How the fuck do we move forward? Because white people have been slaves.
True.
Hold on. White people have been slaves. Spanish people have been slaves. Africans have been slaves. Middle Easterns, Chinese. Everybody on this planet has history of being a fucking slave at some
can
point.
I ask both of y'all a question?
Mm-hmm.
Now y'all talking about.
I'm sorry.
Now,
Let me apologize. I'm sorry if I seem aggressive. It's just passion behind this shit.
No,
ain't
I have
nothing
the
wrong with
same.
it. There's
Just
nothing wrong
passion.
with it. Me and him go through this all the time, and I can see it from the outside now. So what I'm asking right now is, when it comes to slavery, what slavery are y'all talking about? Where do these slaves come from?
See, I'm not talking. I'm like I ain't bringing. I'm saying being.
No, I mean, because
suppressed as a people.
so no. If you
I'm
being
not
oppressed,
talking about the
not
oppressed. I said
suppressed means to be quiet.
Yeah.
To
Same
to
shit,
oppress.
right?
No,
you're
oppress
right.
is to. It's a big difference between keeping me quiet and keeping me down.
Well,
It's a
we've
big
been through
difference.
both.
But what I'm trying to say is, when you say like this slavery, where was these slaves come from? Where's this? The oppression is always going to relate back to this slavery. Where did it come from?
What do you
So
mean?
where did these slaves come from?
What do you mean? Like a geographic place you talking about?
Yes, sir.
I mean, I think everywhere around the world has some type of form of
In America?
bondage.
No, he's talking about
I'm talking about
America.
you talking about the struggle that you dealing with now. All this
From
shit stemmed
America.
from slavery in America. I'm not talking about the worldwide bondage. I'm talking about the slavery that created
what
the
is-
oppression that you're complaining about right now. Where did those
Who
slaves
created-
come
so
from?
you asking me?
Where did American slaves come from? That's the question you're asking, right? When we were in slavery, he's asking where geographically did American slaves come from?
I think someone.
Africa.
No. Hell
Africa.
No. I think a lot of them was already here. See, that's what I'm saying. You got to be specific with the questions. I think a
That-
lot of them always were here.
That's the answer I was looking for.
Yeah.
You
gotta
So
be
you
specific
arguing
with the
about
question.
two different things.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What are you talking about?
You arguing about an oppression that he thinks came from slavery.
Oh, see, no, I know that's what he's thinking. I know.
So y'all, instead of
That's
arguing, instead of elevating y'all voices, elevate y'all mind, enlighten each other.
Yeah.
But how would I think he's not talking about slavery when you literally mentioned slavery a
That's
few
what
different times?
you did.
I didn't.
Yes, you had. Oh,
I did.
yeah.
That's why I
When?
was like,
What'd
where
I
these
say?
Like
slaves
half
from?
a dozen times.
What I say? Because I know I said.
I wouldn't say it was like
I know I
6
said
times,
we was
but it
oppressed.
You brought us.
I said as a system. I said systematically in the system is certain people are. That's what I said. But I didn't go back to slaves. I said systematically.
Okay. I could allow that because I can't.
That's what I.
directly
That's what I know. What I
identify
said, but I didn't
what
go
you
to
said,
slaves.
so.
He went to slaves. I said you
Oh,
work.
you're right. You're right.
He
He's
went
right.
to slaves. I
That
said
was
you.
you.
I said you
But-
did. I said we. Because he was saying I didn't learn nothing. I didn't learn nothing about that. I said yes.
About slavery.
So
Yeah, okay,
I know
so-
what I be saying. Stop doing that shit to me.
Now I'm
I
gonna do
said
it
I
again.
didn't learn about racism. I learned about
And
slavery,
that's what
but I
was
didn't learn
talk-
about
And that's,
racism.
you went to slavery, though.
But okay, so in his argument, okay, I think y'all just need to
We're good. Go ahead. Yeah, I
just like talk to each other. But
y'all gotta
I
stay
think-
on. I'm talking about. See, that's what I'm saying. Y'all gotta listen. What I'm saying.
Who is y'all?
Not y'all. You gotta listen. Everybody don't know everything.
Stay on point.
Still, I am. That's the crazy part. I am. You said slavery. I didn't go there.
okay.
I said systematically oppression.
But I
Different
caught the difference though. Y'all
Different
not talking
situations.
about the same thing.
No.
So what's the point in having a conversation and making eye contact if you know you're not talking about the same thing?
Because he's telling me
Why
what I'm
not
saying.
get back on the same
He's
level?
telling me what I'm saying.
I'm not.
Yeah, listen.
What?
Listen.
I'm
did
trying to tell
join
you,
in
like,
on them
bro,
a couple
it's
times.
a,
Okay, so what's the question you got for me then?
You did too. Ain't
I
nobody
did.
my friend.
I'm your
It ain't
friend.
like that. It
We
ain't
all
like
friends.
that.
We all friends.
Right, it
Ain't no,
even like
there's
that.
no
Don't do
division
that.
in this motherfucker.
All right, go ahead.
Stop
I'm
it.
on the outside looking in and I see it.
I want to. What's the question then?
We were the topic, because since you think I don't know I'm staying on topic, the topic was the difference between a person working hard. The difference. It was just you said you couldn't compare the two. I said you can compare the two. And I broke down the different ways systemically before slaves went there, the difference. The love y'all said, because he was saying you love and this and this. Fuck that. Opportunity means better, because that's going. If you already got the love and
Yeah,
you
don't-
don't have the
don't-
opportunity,
don't-
you
don't-
fuck
don't-
the love. Because I never, not saying it like that. I love, give me love. But what I'm saying is, it's a difference, and there is. You can compare it, and that's all I did. That was the subject. He went all the way. I try to stay.
All right, so
I said it's deeper than that.
All right.
That's what I'm saying. Some people are giving shit.
Calm down.
I'm
You-
sorry.
hey, you-
Okay.
hey, you
Because
on
now
your-
y'all
hey,
get to listen to me.
You on your wave tonight? I get it. Ain't nothing wrong with it.
I'm sorry.
What do? What's your take on all of this? Because it seemed like at points you want to say shit,
And we cut her off.
but their voices are so much deeper than yours. Like you don't hear the
Yeah.
little. I'm trying to
I know
say
you hear
something,
me.
niggas.
Hey, you right.
Thank you.
And
I
I'm like,
know.
and ain't nothing wrong with being passionate. And I want y'all to talk to each other.
And that's a dialogue.
Whether
that
we
needs
got,
to be
whether
had.
we got to take a break to do that or
Understanding.
whatever
Yeah.
the fuck. But
That's it.
at the same
We
time,
were
hold
just
on,
on
time
different
out.
pages. Anyway, back to her.
Yes.
No, I was just gonna speak on the situation. I enjoy sitting in between both of you because I'm hearing.
Somebody
like,
gotta be
okay,
there, goddamn
this
it.
is- I love, but I'm hearing both sides to understand
Yeah.
both perspectives because I'm in the middle
Uh-huh.
of it. So it's like, okay, you're enlightening me and I'm understanding you, and then I'm understanding you and how it all.
See, look, I ain't
together. So
I
it's
ain't
all-
disagreeing with nobody. I'm a observer right now.
Yeah,
I don't
that's what
have
I'm
an
saying.
opinion.
Usually it's you and me.
I know that's why I'm
Hey.
like, ooh, this is nice.
The first
Yeah.
podcast
I like
said,
watching it.
Like I like how you put it together because it is all together. It's different, but it's all. The first podcast I said it's shit like a spider web. It has a point, but that point has so many different connections.
Oh,
I
absolutely.
know.
That's
I
the
know.
show. That's our
And
show.
like, look, bro, I was never trying to cut you off from what you were saying. I'm saying don't be so aggressive because it seems more like an argument where nobody's
Okay,
listening to
you're
each
right.
other
You're right.
than a conversation where we can change and exchange information.
Yeah. Facts.
Fuck you, I'm right.
Fuck you, I'm right. I'm the rightest motherfucker in this room. Look at me.
Can we take a little break though, real quick?
I do
Yeah.
think we should.
All right, we'll be right back.
I think that was good content. Oh, damn, you didn't get his hand clapping, did you? You was like some suckers on camera.
Damn.
be leading us back in.
Well, they gonna be like, why that nigga always turning around?
All right, welcome back. So, if you were with us for the last segment or last episode, however our video editor cuts this up, or if it's one big long piece, all of that.
I bet he cut that part out.
Yeah, right? All right. So all of this has kind of led to the point that the question I really want to ask is we talk about all the shit that's happened a long time ago, and we wanted to debate that because that's what everybody wants to talk about is what
Right.
happens in the past.
Right.
All right. If we actually stop worrying about what fucking happened in something that wasn't our goddamn lifetime and actually realize that we're all alive and in this shit together,
Yeah.
that who do you think is the slaves right now?
Shit, the rich versus poor. That's the only slave now. It ain't really no black and white thing for real. It's rich versus poor.
You sound like a rapper. But anyway, yeah, he right. So do I sound like a rapper?
How do you feel about that, Diana? Do you think? Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, do you think there are any advantages, or how? What do you think in 2023 is holding black people back?
You ain't asked me that. Wait a minute. She got a whole different question.
Yeah.
That is a whole different question.
Well, we're going to spin that motherfucker around.
I'm
I
gonna let
gotta
y'all
keep
do
it
y'all
fresh.
thing.
Hey,
I
you
done
first.
talked enough.
You
Me
first.
first?
Yeah, and then we're gonna start wrong.
I think
I'm
Like-
gonna stay quiet.
me personally, when I'm looking at my experiences and where I'm at,
Mm-hmm.
I see a lot of trauma that I had to, make amends with and just
Right.
kind of accept. So it took time to get here. You know what I'm saying? So to put it in the work, it starts with you. So I think a lot of it has to do with just people and the want to be in a better place. That's just me. That's what I think.
Are you next, bro? I
I'm
was the
quiet.
last
'Cause
one.
I didn't talk a lot. I'm gonna jump in on the next one. I'm gonna sit back on this one.
You ain't got nothing to say about this.
I'm
He
listening.
does.
I'm
Definitely
listening.
He
does.
just wants to finish it
Yeah.
off.
I'm
It's
just listening.
2023, and you asked me what are the disadvantages of black people.
No, what's holding black people back?
Everything that's already been in place the whole time. It's a reason why black people are held back. It's because this is our country, and it was stolen from us, and they want us to feel less than what we actually are. And the longer they can do that and keep our actual real history away from us, they can keep us battling against each other over stupid shit. Then they'll keep us holding each other back.
See?
I should have kept it at that when I was.
Nah,
But-
you had a chance.
Systematically,
Nah,
systematically.
nope. Have a
But-
seat. Have a seat. Yeah, I gave you a chance to
You
talk.
talking about have a seat.
I'm just talking shit.
I'm
bro.
agreeing with you though.
No,
That's pretty much what I was saying.
But no, what I'm
'Cause
saying
that's
is that's
systematically, yeah.
that's what's holding people back in 2023. Is the original plan?
Okay,
It was
so
it was already the original plan though.
who is they that's holding you back?
The same people you don't like. See,
How about-
you
how-
thought I was gonna say white people, didn't
Nah,
you?
no, I
'Cause
did
it's
not. No,
'cause it's-
actually,
'cause it's fucking not.
I know you weren't going to say that. Look, man, we know each other way too well to be able to,
The
to
same
have
people,
me think
the
that yeah,
same motherfuckers you don't like.
the same ones that want us to hate each other.
And that's the plan.
I'm
and,
sorry,
and,
I was
and,
supposed to be
and,
quiet.
and you're supposed to argue with each other back and forth before you realize what actually is going on every time some bullshit is going on. What I'm trying to say is, this is no accident. This is no, and people will have a grand awakening if more and more people would say what I'm about to say right now. The United States of America is a corporation. It is not a country. The country that we live in is not not split down the middle, not 33 66. No, it's 100% more land. This land is borrowed on a treaty. That's why Moors get to travel from here to Timbuktu without. This land is borrowed on a treaty. So the United States is actually a corporation that is not a country, that they never owned a country. And this is our land. So you want to ask me what the biggest struggle in 2023 for black people, I'm gonna be honest with you, is telling motherfuckers to just read.
Oh,
And understand this is not your fucking land. This is mine. I'm not African. I'm a Moor.
But you see how it definitely, like, my point still aligns with yours, though, and what you're saying, just from a different perspective, because you spoke about, them reading and, trying to figure it out. But it goes back to me, like, going back and trauma and putting in the work. It's like I wanted to learn. I wanted to become better.
Yeah,
but that's
of course.
something that we're not doing as a whole, to be able to realize that this is still our land.
Well, the treaty's almost up, and we'll find that
Yeah.
out very vastly and fastly. But what I'm saying is, like, if you want to really just put it in a nutshell, and that's just me being me. I could be a solo person speaking on my own. I don't speak for other people because I don't know how they feel. What I'm saying is, that's how I feel. If you're going to ask me what is the biggest struggle for black people, or what do I think, I don't know. Maybe I'm paraphrasing the question. What was the question? Did I say it right? In 2023?
What's holding black people back is
That
what I
right
asked.
there. Yeah, that's the question. What's holding black people back is they've been robbed and raped and pillaged, and they ain't got that shit back yet in full. That's what's holding them back. And it is what it is. I don't care who feel like I'm just being extreme, or maybe I need to be. Well, it's not about how you receive it. It's the truth, regardless. That's what's holding black people back. Is we had everything that we already had taken from us, and we were prisoners of war, not slaves. Always remember that. That's why I asked y'all that question. Those were prisoners of war, not slaves. This was already our country, bro. You ever looked at the world fairs? Any of y'all?
Oh, yeah. I've seen all that stuff.
Chicago World Fair, St. Louis World Fair, New York World Fair, Philadelphia World Fair. Those buildings were not built by humans.
Oh my God.
And those buildings were inhabited by humans. Then they were displayed as a fucking fair, and then torn down. Said, we built these in a year, but we're gonna tear them down in a day. All of that shows you that there was people here already, and that was us. We didn't build those fucking buildings, by the way. Don't nobody ever think like, oh, black people did it. Nah, it was. I'm not gonna go off into who built it. I think you know.
Definitely not a fucking.
Okay,
aliens.
all right. So all right. Okay, good. So it's. You don't think they aliens? I think we the aliens.
People has
but-
always been here. We all know the ancestors were smarter than what we are as humans today. We ain't even the original humans that we were back then.
Okay.
Cause we're smarter.
Okay. All right.
And
All
we
right.
have
All right.
Different technology.
So let me
So
spin.
yes,
let me
I do
spin the
believe
block.
we've been built every thing that's on this earth.
All right, let me spin the block to get it back to what we was talking about before we even jump off into that. So what I was saying was the biggest thing holding black people back in 2023 is our history being hidden from us.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
And it's not by, like, people want to immediately divide into race. It's not no fucking race shit. I promise you it's not. We are not being oppressed by a single human race.
You think them? Well, yeah. I say you said not a single. I mean, we are a single human race. We are humans.
We ain't being
What you mean by
we ain't being oppressed by like
Yeah.
you know what I meant.
Yeah, I
like
know what you're
I
saying.
didn't mean a human race. I meant like a race.
Yeah, a race of people.
It's not
Or
nah,
not
it's,
a race of people.
it's a
What you
class
call
of
it?
people.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
There's a class of people making decisions, and it's always been a plan. So in a nutshell, I just went in a long ass roundabout way to tell you. If you was to ask me the question of what's holding black people back in 2023, the same thing that was holding them back in 1985, 1970, and 1960, and 1950, and 1940, and 1920, and however far back it go until they got robbed.
I would say
That's what's holding them back.
So I would agree with you and just say, well, information, if that's the case, because they took all that. They took the information we had, we once had.
That's true.
Destroyed it.
You think they destroyed it?
Some of it, yeah. We can't find our.
Why would you destroy information when it's beneficial?
Well, yeah, that's a fact. I agree with that. Yeah, you right.
That don't make sense. If it's
What if
beneficial,
they destroy some of the things? Like
Beneficial
what if
to
we
who?
say what if we say artwork they destroyed because symbolism and artwork was already the things to know about certain shit. You know, that's how they writing shit and creating shit and telling the story about it of the natural shit they, you know what I'm saying?
mm-hmm.
So that information sometimes be destroyed or took. Like,
Okay.
Like everything, you know.
So let me answer, not ask the question you asked. But you said beneficial to who?
Yeah.
Whoever needs that information.
Yeah, but okay. If it's not beneficial to somebody, wouldn't they want it destroyed? Because then if there's no evidence or information of that stuff.
Not if
sure.
you're trying to control the people. Not
But
if
if
you
you-
know.
no.
Not if you know this is what controls you.
like-
So we need this.
All right.
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
History is written by who?
Him.
The victors.
Nah, it's him.
The victor.
Because it's always gonna be his story. It don't even matter if you won or not. Who can?
No, that
Nah,
matters, cuz
nah.
The victors write the story.
You're not
How many?
understanding.
How
Okay,
many?
go ahead.
Hold on. How many stories do you hear about the American Revolution from England?
None, bro.
That's my point. America won.
But you're not
So there's
understanding.
a
Okay, so there's the story that you know, and there's the story that the English tell, and then there's the real story.
Oh no, absolutely. But that's what I'm saying. Who gets to write the story? The
No, you're
people
not-
who won.
You're right.
But I'm
You're right.
not. But
And-
that's not the
and-
real story.
Yeah, no, in history books.
It's-
So if you think about it, okay, so
Y'all,
Right
y'all
now,
saying the same thing.
We are.
right now, if we let's take a jump. Let's take a jump 10 years. Me and you. We just gonna hop on a fucking hoverboard and it take us 10 years into the future, right?
I mean, they got
Now-
time machines already. So
Now COVID is in the history books.
Whoa.
Are we gonna say the same thing about COVID that the books do?
no.
It's him.
That you-
It's him.
we're
It's
saying
not-
you're agreeing with me.
Yeah,
you're
I'm agreeing
saying
with
the
you.
exact same thing that I'm saying.
It's his story. It's not really about like there don't have to necessarily be a victor.
No, but okay, so think about the story they're going to talk about COVID is going to be written by people or had people who were billionaires and made a shit ton of money, and they're
Yeah.
going to tell the story that they want to tell.
Yeah.
Him.
It's not, yes, and him is the victor.
Yep.
Him is the victor
Because he already won.
because he won.
He been winning. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's
The-
been
like,
winning.
okay,
All right.
who
The
no,
victor can
dude,
do whatever the fuck he want
I'm
at this
not
point.
arguing.
No, no,
Like y'all both jumping me. I ain't
No, no,
arguing.
no,
I ain't
but-
arguing.
all right. So what does the slang him mean?
Him?
Yeah.
That's not slang.
The terminology should you say? You should have said term. The term him when what you use the
It's a-
term
it's
him
a
for
slang.
You mean a song?
No, you said this
The him
book
who
is the story is written by him. Who is him? How would you describe him?
Oh no, I had to describe him. He already did in his story.
Okay, so for people who don't know, like me, who have no idea what the fuck you're talking about, can you
Listen
explain
to
it?
me. If I say it's him telling the story, and the story that you read is his story,
Oh, so you're just talking about okay, so who normally gets to be the one who writes the story?
listen very carefully.
He's
If I
saying it.
tell you a story about him, and the one who tells you the story is him,
him.
it's his story.
It's whoever's
No,
story.
I
Write down what I'm telling you, and then read it out loud. I guarantee you won't be asking me shit. His story. It's
Yeah,
his story.
it's whoever writes the book. Okay, so
Okay,
all right.
so-
So you're doing it on a surface level. I'm trying to, like he said, take it a couple layers deeper.
okay.
Okay, you're right. Whoever writes the story, it is his story. Who is the one that gets to write the story about what happened?
Fuck if I know. I wouldn't
They're
care.
usually either
The victor.
paid for by the victor or the victor themselves. You don't see a whole lot of stories
Name
who
one.
are written by the losing
Name one.
party.
I want to show you something about statistics. Name one.
Name one what?
Name one that was the victor and told his story.
The name of Victor, it's a lot of them.
No,
I mean-
not. I was talking to him, but you can
Oh,
get in
okay.
on this too.
I mean, how
No,
many?
go ahead.
Name one.
No,
How
go ahead. I'll let
Name
him
one.
name
You
you.
said
Ask
it's
him
a
first.
lot of them. I want him now. Because
Hold
he
on.
said it's a lot.
Let's
If
talk-
it's a lot of them, name the victor that told his story.
Go ahead. You want to?
No, you said it was a
Okay.
lot.
Did Bill Clinton write a story or book? Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did. Donald Trump wrote. But let's just talk about this era.
Yeah,
Donald
let's do
Trump
it.
wrote his book.
Let's fucking do it.
How about William Shakespeare wrote all of those plays?
That is not
and
this
stories.
era, bro. You're
Oh,
not
no,
just
no,
gonna
I'm
say
talking-
let's talk about this
You-
era
okay, but
and bring up a motherfucker who
you're right.
probably didn't
okay.
even exist.
Elon Musk wrote a book. Bill Gates has wrote several books. I'm sorry, have they not won
about?
their own story?
Okay, so tell me some of it.
I haven't fucking read any of
So
it.
how do you know that these
Be-
things that you say are true?
Because
You say they wrote a book. You didn't read the book. You don't know if they wrote the motherfucker or not. You just know that they said there's a book that Elon Musk or I'm not saying they didn't write books, but for you to quote the fact that they
Okay.
actually wrote books, that's not evidence
How-
when you don't know
all
nothing
right.
about the books, bro. You're not gonna tell me I know this book exists and this person wrote it because I know this book exists.
Okay, then
That's a
give me
conundrum.
some examples of losers who wrote stories.
I never told you I knew some losers who wrote some stories.
I never
What I'm
told
trying to
you.
tell
I'm asking you. You're trying to tell me that I'm wrong. I'm asking you. You're claiming none of my evidence works because I can't list them and I can't name them because I
Yeah,
never
that's
read them.
because you spoke up, bro. What I'm trying to tell you, I said it was him telling the story, so it was his story. And you like, well, there's a bunch of stories in history, and I'm asking you to name one, and you can't. I'm not trying to put you on the spot. What I'm saying is, for you to say that, at least you should be able to
Hold on.
provide one
the Roman Empire.
name.
The Roman Empire.
Mhm.
They've got a ton of books from the fucking Dead Sea Scrolls
Name
and
one.
all kinds of.
Name one.
See, you want to
Yep.
be exactly specific,
so my
but you
point-
can't do the same thing.
I'm
either.
not telling you. I didn't
But-
tell you that those books existed. You told me they
All I
existed.
said is that the stories are written by the people who win.
Mhm.
American Revolution, we don't hear any stories from the English side. The Roman Empire, we don't see stories from the other side. Genghis Khan, we don't see any stories from the other side. All of the losers of all of these battles, you don't hear a whole lot of shit about, but you hear tens and thousands of stories about the people who won and were successful and dominated.
so
you
I
don't
said,
hear
so-
about
so-
the
so-
losers.
you they
so the
won
original-
and were
so the original-
successful
so the original-
and were
yeah.
dominated, bro. Like, I'm not saying everything you're saying is wrong, but you can't believe everything you hear.
I'm not saying I believe
Everything-
it.
Most of the shit that we've been taught is fake. If I can,
Y'all saying the
if
same
anybody
thing,
can
cuz.
agree with me,
Yeah, y'all saying the same thing.
most of the shit we was taught was fake, right? If you don't believe that, then just tell me just give me like 9 facts in a row.
So what he's saying is, he agreeing with what you saying. Well, what he's saying is, on a deeper level, he's saying is, the stories that usually get out and be read is the ones that won the victory. The ones that can't. Hold on, cuz, just listen to me. The ones that the ones like say, okay, whoever wrote Jesus, right? The ones because the thing was what is oppressing us, and you said earlier that the information and shit we don't know, the ones that tell the story, right? I'm going all the way back to the beginning so we can understand where we come from. You said, yeah, the ones that wrote the story, him, right? He's saying him is the victor because he's allowed to even get his story out to for the masses to be controlled by it. So whoever wrote the Bible is one example. You got writers in the Bible. They were able to tell their story because they conquered at certain times at that point to even push this religion on the people. So they got to tell the story. So that's the information that we don't have that's oppressing us. They telling our story instead of that's what was taken from us, and they get to water it down and tell it. So that's what he mean by the victor. Y'all saying the same thing. He just going on. I see where you're going with it. I don't know. So him is the same person as he been the victor, not just no
All right.
random motherfucker. Because
I
a random
don't-
motherfucker can't get his story.
I think
out.
I can connect it. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah,
But all right.
somebody-
So think about it like this. You're saying all of the stories that we hear, we don't know whether or not they're true or not, right?
I assume
just
they're not.
okay. Who is the one that generally has the money and the power to publish and get this information out?
You tell me.
Usually it's the one who came out on the good side of whatever happened, and they get to push their story because they were victorious.
I won't
Okay.
necessarily say the good
Okay.
either. It was the good side.
So,
It's just
all
that
right.
they fucking won.
I'm not
You
saying
know
it
what
was
I'm
good or
saying?
bad.
All
I'm just
right,
saying
all right.
whoever
So,
won.
So listen to this though. So say the victor gets to tell his story. What stops the losers from telling the truth?
But but all right, what stops the losers from telling the truth is money, and has always.
That's a lie.
Why?
Because what the fuck is a Moor?
I mean, the only reference to Moors that I'm aware of are the people from Robin Hood. I'm serious. Look,
Are you crazy as hell?
I,
Go ahead, teach him something, cuz.
good.
You for real?
Yeah.
I ain't even know no fucking Moors on Robin Hood. I know.
The one with Kevin Costner. Who was?
There's a couple.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
So, it ain't got nothing to do with no fucking Robin Hood. That's fiction, bro.
No, I know it is, but I'm saying I haven't
I'm
heard
talking about-
anything other than that. That's all I was saying.
So you don't know who land you on. There's a treaty between the Corporation of the United States of America and the Moors because of the land that they let them get because nobody really thought you could sell land. That's why the United States is a country, is because the Moors gave them land that they thought it was a fucking joke. You can't sell land. That's like if somebody tell you right now, if you believe that I got a bridge in Brooklyn, I want to sell you. Because they ain't my fucking bridge.
Well, all right. So you got to think about where the Puritans came from. They came from England, where the royalty owned the land, and they just got to live on it and serve them.
I
So-
understand. I understand the trickery.
I'm just telling you from
I
the
got you.
history. That's all I'm saying.
No. I understand the trickery of what happened. I'm not saying that I don't see what happened. I understand what happened.
A lot
But
of us have no idea
but
what the fuck
Moors-
you're talking about. Just so you know.
And that's very fine, bro. Just understand that there were people here. There were buildings here. There were establishments here. There was civilization and structure here before anybody named Christopher or Columbus ever decided to even look at a boat.
Yeah, for tens of thousands of years.
So how the fuck he discovered some shit?
He can't. Eric the Red from
Who?
Eric the Red. He was a.
That's one of y'all big homies. I don't know him.
He was a Viking. He was a Viking.
Yeah, that's one of y'all big homies.
No, but they like if you look at do you ever look at why like Greenland and Iceland and everything is so white as it is because they were all taken over and conquered by Eric the Red. He went through Canada long before Christopher Columbus ever discovered America.
What I'm trying to say is,
all I'm trying to do is dissuade the whole Christopher Columbus argument. During the Ice Age, the land bridge for the Bering Sea froze over. Bering Sea froze over, and we had a bunch of Asians and other people who we all came from Africa. We're all from the same fucking group of people. We all have the same fucking descendants.
I don't believe that. That's his belief. I got my own.
Oh,
belief.
okay. Sorry. According to the history that I've been taught,
mm-hmm.
and even the history that you and I kind of share with being anyway, but.
That's why everybody getting their ass kicked out of Africa right now. Ain't you said that?
No, that's happening.
They are too.
Because they
Oh,
thought
that's
they was
happening.
from there. You thought you was.
Nah, they knew they wasn't from there.
You thought it was.
You talking about all the like Belgium and all them European
Man,
countries,
everybody.
France and all
goddamn
that.
it.
they
I
get
ain't even
kicked
from
out.
there. Kick me out too. I ain't ever been.
I'm glad they do.
No, I'm just playing. Can I come
Yeah,
visit?
that was a whole different story. So what I'm saying is like,
I'm not
bro,
from Africa.
this is already our land. Regardless of Erica, whoever the hell and whoever the fuck else want to say they traveled and conquered some shit, the land that we stand, sleep, and sit on right now is a part of a treaty. And I want you to look it up. This is not America as you think it is.
Oh, I'm well aware of that.
This is not. We are all, every last person in here is a corporation.
Yep.
A part of a bigger corporation. You know why? Because the corporation of the United States signed a treaty with the Moorish people. And when they did that, they declared every last one of us in this room and everybody who can see or hear this lost and dead at sea. I don't even know what the fuck that's supposed to mean, but none of us exist according to corporation law.
That means you're dead already.
I know what it means, motherfucker. I was just saying. I don't.
No, he was just.
So
No, I
can-
know. I know. I wasn't. I wasn't.
I thought you was
answering
explaining
No,
it to me.
no,
My bad.
So-
bro.
No, 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 hell no, hell
I thought
no.
you was explaining like,
Yeah,
nah,
no.
motherfucker. I can't
So
get-
can
I know
I?
you, shit, you wouldn't have said it if you didn't know what the fuck you was talking about.
But what I'm trying to say is like, so
Well, I ain't gonna say that. Some people know what they talking. Well, say shit down. What the fuck they talking
And
about?
that happens a lot.
See, but goes back to the information and what the story of who's telling it, because I've heard the same thing, but with a completely different backstory of why
Story.
black story. Right?
Black story.
Cody McGee.
No, I want to hear the black story. Fuck the backstory. We'll talk about that later. I want to hear the black story first.
Sorry, completely different backstory, but under the same lines of America is a corporation.
It is, and we were.
See, that's why I was going.
Everybody
all the way
was
back to
signed
my
over,
systematic- Okay, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
It is.
No, that's just now. That's why, man. When you was talking earlier, that's why I was just trying to stay in the systematically oppression.
Okay.
And y'all breaking it all down is what I.
Okay.
I just didn't. What you saying is right. What you like.
But this is what I want to say, because you said none of us know what the fuck you're talking about. And I agree. Y'all probably fucking don't. And maybe y'all should do your own homework.
Well, okay, so the homework.
So
go ahead.
the homework is you find out about the treaty 1st. Read the motherfucker. Then you'll understand that this land was already occupied. When I asked y'all if y'all knew anything about the world fairs, I really wish everybody who's watching or listening to Google the shit.
Yeah, no, that's fact. The
Google
Moors had world fairs around.
No,
everywhere.
they did the fuck not.
No, they was landed.
No, it was not the Moors, bro. Just calm
was
down.
it? Go
It was
ahead.
the Europeans.
And it was in the
Was it
1900s.
used? I thought okay.
It was hundreds of years later.
The world fairs were
Well, I'm thinking wrong.
events where let me do this. I want to show y'all.
All right. While you're doing that,
I'm
while
gonna
you're
show y'all
looking
the
that
World
stuff
Fairs.
up, let me go through what the story that I have heard about how America is a corporation. After we came over and became a country, that when we went through the American Revolution, America was in a fuck ton of debt. So then we became the United States of America Corporation because we borrowed money from England to pay to rebuild our country after the American Revolution.
Bro,
Hey, look, let me finish. I'm not saying
go
it's
ahead, go
right.
ahead.
I'm just telling you the story that I've been told and that there is research about. And then when Donald...
Hey, you get mad as hell about
No, I let you finish. I didn't interrupt. I just want you to not be interrupted. That's all I'm trying.
You're right, and that's fair, and I apologize. Go ahead, bro.
Anyway, so that's what it was, and that when we went through the Civil War, that we borrowed money and became a corporation under English rule again, and we have been under English rule and been paying them taxes ever since, and we have been a corporation ever since under English rule since the Civil War. That's how the documents that I've seen and had researched say. And that when Trump was in office, he actually bankrupted the Corporation of the United States of America in Florida in court.
He robbed all.
Now, you can go look that up. It happened in 2018, I think, 2018. So, again, I don't know if any of it's right.
Can I explain something to you?
Go ahead.
The beginning ain't right for damn sure.
Again,
I'm gonna tell you exactly what happened. When America went into a civil war, the North and the South, that was a state of emergency that opened up the availability to purchase America and turn it into a corporation. That's when the Rothschilds and the central banks of the world bought the fucking country. Pretty much nothing. Right then and there. Do your homework on that.
the central banks didn't
No,
come
do
until
your
a little
homework
bit later.
on that.
Hey, the central banks didn't come till a little bit later after that.
What's a little bit later? What years are we talking about? What year am I talking about, and how many years after what I'm
I don't
talking
know.
about? There you go. So you
Do
can't
you?
say that.
Do you?
I didn't give you a year. I gave you an era. I told you what the fuck happened when Abraham Lincoln declared a state of emergency that opened up the country for purchase, and that's when it was purchased as a corporation. Now look that up. I don't give a fuck what the date was. I bet you the information's there.
I'm just fucking with you now.
No, cuz I'm gonna be honest with you. You gotta give dates because I give accuracy. Dates matter.
Shut your ass up. Fuck is you talking about? You can't tell me what your son's birthday is.
Yes, I can.
What is it? Yeah, you found it out.
I've been there.
I was just talking to you 2 weeks ago. You told me you didn't know your own son's birthday, and he's 6
Anyway.
years old, and you talking
I've
about
been there.
dates.
Hey,
No, I've
let's
been
stay on track.
Right.
Go back to
I'm-
your story. You were
I'm a-
looking
I'm
up the
a-
World
I've
Fair.
been
Where
new,
we
don't
at with the
believe
World
her,
Fair?
y'all.
I was
Also-
just telling the story while we were waiting.
You don't even know your own son. What?
Bro,
Man,
like
do
literally,
anything.
that has a lot to do with it. For you to
No,
tell me,
hey,
I know his birthday.
World
guys.
no,
Fair.
if you told me to remember dates,
Yeah.
you definitely don't want to tell that to somebody who you just literally with your own lips and tongue said,
Cuz I know his
I
birthday.
don't know my son's birthday.
'Cause I know his birthday. I told you his birthday.
You just told me today. You couldn't tell
I told
me
you.
that
I
day.
told you that day too. I said the 26th.
Bro, I have several witnesses. Then you know.
Yeah,
I ain't
then I
lying.
said, oh, it might be the 27th. It's 26 though. I knew it was 26.
he's 6.
Hey, I think we're a little off the rails here. How
You're
about we
right.
go back?
Right,
World
you always making
Fair.
it personal. What
World
the hell going on,
Fair.
man? I know my kid's birthday, man.
All right.
God
Hey,
damn.
Hey,
All right,
I'm
we're
gonna
gonna
grab.
edit
Fuck
that
what you
out.
talking about.
We're gonna edit that
Yeah,
out. Don't
that
even
shit
worry
out.
about it.
Nah,
Don't
we're
worry about it.
We just had a blowout
All
there
right,
on the interstate.
So
we'll
on the
be all
World
right. We're
Fairs,
back on
like,
track.
What I was trying to say is the fucking images of the shit you saw at the World Fair. This shit was already there when they got there. They said they built shit like this in a year.
Ain't nobody can see that but you. There you go. Back. A little bit back.
And like, nah, either way, go just Google the shit and just look up the images. It don't even fucking make a difference. What I'm trying to tell you is it was already established civilization here.
They had lights at the World Fair
Yes.
before lights were
Electricity.
invented.
Thank you.
Yeah.
There was electricity there before anybody knew what the fuck to call it.
Uh-huh.
Who made electricity?
Tesla. I mean, according to the history books. Look, all my information is according
You
to
know
the
where
history
Tesla got
books.
his information from? See, y'all gonna go deep enough. Tesla went to go live with some shamans. They taught him energy and Tesla. I mean energy.
Tesla.
Right.
That boy
They
called it
taught him energy.
Nah,
they taught
I'm
him. No,
fucking-
that's a fact. bro.
Nah, I fucks
I'm
with it.
not-
I fucks with it.
Tesla, no,
I fucks
y'all
with
gotta
I'm
go
laughing
back.
at
That's why I be
Tesla.
just listening because I really know shit. He went and sat with shamans, bro. He didn't come up with this shit on his own. No,
Do you
No,
know?
natural people?
Do you know who?
But did he come up with it at all?
Hold on.
No,
Do you know?
because if you can't come up with it, if somebody already know how to
There you
utilize
go.
it. He
There
just
you
took
go.
it.
Oh, I
and
mean,
brought it
He-
here.
he-
the
learned-
pyramids were all.
So that's why they say we
electricity
taught them how to.
generators.
Yeah,
Huh?
yeah.
The pyramids were electricity generators.
Yeah.
Everybody know that.
All right. So here's a question:
Yeah.
Do you know who, when Tesla? According to stories,
Yeah.
do you know who was the first one to pick up all of Tesla's information and research when
Donald
he died?
Trump, uncle, and there ain't no story. That's the truth.
John
that's-
Trump.
And that's where I say situations. See, because we gonna go back.
All right, go back.
Because y'all was talking about
We
y'all was
always
talking
swing it
about
back around.
Y'all was talking
You
about
already
you
know.
can't compare the different
Struggles?
struggles.
Yeah, you cannot do that.
Listen, Trump dad uncle. That's why I see I couldn't
It was
remember
Trump's
at that.
dad,
uncle,
I
not
could-
Trump's dad.
Yeah,
Uncle.
I couldn't remember at that point, but yeah, see that's the information. Trump uncle already had the information. So if you already have that, right? Situation, Kobe dad ain't had that. Kobe dad had his motherfucker. All he had was skill, nigga. I had to learn how to do this off here. Wasn't nothing passed down.
But you talking about two families though.
Exactly. But that was the comparison you had to when we was making the comparisons. And I'm saying systematically it's different. Kobe dad didn't have the opportunity to ever get that type of information like that controls
Okay.
the world now today. Where
But-
Trump sits at.
but-
Kobe ain't never gonna get to that level. It never will.
He's dead.
Right, but if he wasn't,
What the fuck is we gonna do?
that's true. That's true. But even if
And he never will. You got that
But y'all
part
know what
right.
we talking about though. So
I
but
mean,
anyway.
like all bullshit. I'm not laughing at Kobe
Yeah.
Bryant. I'm just saying. You
That's
saying
for
he
the
never
audience,
will.
y'all.
You
So
were right.
y'all can
I'm
know.
laughing
Yeah.
at the fact that you and I said it the
Yeah, that's a
exact
fact.
same time.
You can't
Yeah.
do shit, bro. Like,
But just the
he's
I'm
dead.
glad y'all just said that because now y'all really agreeing with what I was saying.
Nah,
earlier.
but what
Now
about
y'all see what
LeBron?
I was saying.
you
LeBron
mean?
dad played for the Lakers.
He definitely
played
did.
for,
LeBron dad was in the league.
Golden
Everybody
State
know
and he
that.
played for Cleveland.
Yeah, everybody know LeBron dad was an
ain't-
NBA player.
I ain't talking about that.
Why he thought I ain't never know him? Nigga, shut up.
I ain't talking.
Excuse me.
No, I ain't
He
talking,
talking about LeBron
that.
saying he didn't know his dad.
No, I'm not talking about that at all. I'm talking about you want to try to compare things, and you trying to say Kobe and Donald Trump. The better comparison would be LeBron and Donald Trump because one, LeBron's still alive. 2, LeBron actually could potentially run for political office and he would get a fuck ton of votes. He could someday be president. So if you want to
And guess
compare
who he got
apples,
and
hold on.
guess who he got to talk to first?
LeBron 2024. Did
if
we
he-
just start a campaign?
Right.
And guess who he got to talk to first?
Who?
Trump and all them motherfuckers that
Why?
were there before him.
Why?
Because he's still a slave to the system. And he got to answer to them niggas.
Oh my God. Slave to what system?
Of the system,
The
bro.
political
where we all
system.
live in.
Bro, it's 2023.
No. I'll actually, here's the thing
No,
is,
let's speak it into existence.
I'm
all
gonna
breaking
agree
away
with
from
them.
the bullshit.
yeah,
It's a fact.
We are all breaking. It's a new
LeBron's
awakening,
been
bro.
painted.
Like,
He was already
he's talking about the system that we all agree
like you
with.
said, and
That's
like
true.
you said,
Yeah,
like
I'm
you-
just saying,
like
why
you
don't
said
we just
earlier-
act like that system ain't as powerful as y'all making it?
it is that powerful.
They got all the money and the resources.
'Cause you
and the
living in this
power
system right
and
now.
The fucking government
Manifestation.
and the judges.
You right, manifestation, but you
Listen
still
to
got to
both
go.
of y'all. Listen to both of y'all. Manifestation.
I get all that.
As
You
long
talk-
as
you
y'all
preach it
keep
to the-
saying
I
something
already
that has
know all
control
that.
over you, it'll
I
never
already
ever.
know that.
No.
We
Let
fuck
you
all that. We
loose.
gotta live in
Nah.
the fact. We gotta live in the real world.
It's not that they
Fact
have.
in real world. I
Yeah.
live in the real world. Where the fuck you think I've been at this whole time, bro? Where you been at?
Okay, real world.
All right.
I'm gonna tell you about the real world. Real quick.
Tell me. You tell
the
me.
system that
You tell
that's
me
on
about
this
the
real
world,
world,
young
right?
blood.
I'm gonna tell you about the system that's on. You can learn from anywhere, no, any ages.
I ain't say you was too young
But
to tell me.
but
I just want you to
the
tell me.
system, right? Like owners, right? You
Mhm.
think you own something, right?
Yes,
They
sir.
own you.
You can
That's
never hold
George
on.
Carlin.
Like you said, it's a corporation. You can never own anything, even if you say you own it. Like, I own this apartment complex, or I own this
Mhm.
crib.
So why don't you?
You
own
still
it?
got to pay taxes because you don't own the fucking land. You said that earlier, right?
But
You don't own the
can-
land.
You can also buy the land.
At the end of the day, you got to
No,
pay
you don't.
somebody to keep your shit. Because if you don't make that state tax, you're gonna get your shit taken that you so-called own. So you don't own anything. You don't even own yourself. Like I said, it's a systematic thing. The
He's right.
struggle is for real.
We don't own this land.
You don't.
We
You
pay
don't.
rent.
I
So you
don't.
could say manifest.
don't.
We can manifest in a
But-
system that's created for us to manifest in. You can't. You can manifest if you want to be. If you want to be a
live how you
motherfucker,
wanna
live
live,
off the
man.
land. Go live off the
Live how
land.
you want to. Look. Y'all can say whatever y'all want to say, and I'm not gonna disagree with nothing y'all say. But y'all not just gonna try to say, well, this is how we feel, and this is how the system works, and you gotta
That's
roll
how
with
the
it.
system
No,
works.
no. He's not saying roll with it.
I'm not
He's
saying
just
worry with it.
you-
I'm just saying that's how the system works.
We
Why?
can't. You can't fix
Why?
a problem.
Why?
Hold on.
Why?
Hey, can I?
Because
can I
we all
answer?
participate in it.
Hold on.
Until we don't participate
No,
in that
I-
shit.
Hey,
ain't going nowhere.
I'm back in school here. Can I? You can't fix a problem until you acknowledge there's a fucking problem. We have to acknowledge there is a system that we live in that we have to fix. That's the point he's saying is there is a system. We're not letting it have control over us. We need to acknowledge its existence so we can fucking change it or
So therefore, you gotta
overcome
be
it.
Neo in the
But
Matrix.
answer this: who keeps the system running?
Us.
No, we don't.
At the end of it, we do.
Well,
Because corporations run the world, right? And if we work for the corporations, because all they control us with, all we need as human beings is
All right.
food, water, and
Okay.
electricity.
So-
that's what they control us with.
I guess all right.
You
So
don't need electricity.
I'll try to simplify this. Hold on. When I say it's them,
Should say energy, Dan.
when I say it's not us that runs the system, is who runs a puppet? The puppet or the guy holding the strings?
Puppet masters.
So when I say we don't run the system, it's because they are making us do all of these things as
Facts.
puppet masters.
Yeah.
They're the ones in control.
We know that.
We're the ones that are just the dumbasses that keep going through the shit over and over and over again because we're so afraid
So
of
who's really
losing
in
everything we
control
got.
then?
They are.
No, who's really in control?
We
They
should
are
be.
in control because of the things are in place for us that we feel like we need.
You're right.
Who
But-
the fuck is they?
The people
And why?
You want to go really that deep, cuz?
Yes, sir.
Damn. Let's go.
I'm gonna ask it again. Who the fuck is they and why?
They have been here forever.
And why? Because that wasn't even a who is they, but I'll allow it. But why?
Why? Damn, that's a why.
Because y'all keep saying they doing
Okay,
this.
why? Where's
and
what?
they and,
Okay.
and they gonna do this and they gonna do that and they gonna have you. Who the fuck is they?
The elite.
Who the fuck is that?
The royal families. We all know that. I think we should all know that.
What the fuck are you talking about? Y'all talking about earlier. Nobody knows what you're talking about. I can guarantee you more people knew what the fuck I was talking about than what y'all talking about. So who the fuck is they?
Yeah,
Give
elaborate.
me 3 names.
You got the
Rothschilds?
I was just gonna say that.
No, names. First and last. Your name is what it is. I ain't gonna say it because we're on the podcast. Yours same. Yours same. Mine same.
The Queen?
We have first and
The
last.
Queens?
The Queen is not the fucking name of the person you're talking about. Queen who? What is her first and last name?
Jesus Christ.
No, I'm asking y'all because y'all keep
Was
talking about
was her name Queen Elizabeth?
Do you know
What was her
everybody's
last
name?
I don't
Do
know.
you
her
know
last name.
every
We know
single
her as Queen
person's name of
Elizabeth.
everybody you talk about? I could tell you Rothschilds, Rockefellers.
That's their names.
Yeah,
I mean, that's their
that's
names.
the family name.
Yeah.
You're right.
The CEO is fucking interchangeable. I don't know if it's Bill or
Like, you
Bob
want
or
us to
John
point
or
the
Q
big-
or
the-
fucking.
excuse
I
the
don't.
language.
I don't know.
He wants to point the exact person out.
I don't. The Rockefeller family,
That's
the
him.
Rothschild family, the Ford family,
Mm-hmm.
the Bush family, the Clinton family, the Royal family.
They're all royal families.
That was 5. I don't know everybody's individual name. I'm sorry.
And
I
it's
am
way
not
more
that
than that,
learned.
too. I don't know all their name either, but it's a lot more than that too.
Most ignorant people get offended when you ask them questions. Pay attention.
Who got offended?
He did.
We just answered your question. You said who the family. You said the names. We gave you the
I
names.
said what are first and last names.
Fuck
He
that. We
gave-
ain't pinpointing one person. We saying
Most
family.
ignorant people get offended when you ask them questions.
Yeah.
No,
I ain't get
it's
offended.
called semantics, y'all. He's using semantics. He said family. He said name. We don't got to name Pacific people because I can say Queen Elizabeth.
Pacific people.
Because I can say Queen Elizabeth. Because if you
Hey,
ask the first and last name, you
infinite.
saying you want a Pacific person.
Infinite.
Right?
What he's saying is instead of thinking through the problem and answering the question, you got emotional and tried to argue with him instead of just trying to
Hold
make
on, wait,
your
no,
point.
fuck all that. He said.
Am I right? Is that what you're saying?
Oh,
Let
okay.
him
Say
talk.
it one more
No,
time.
he said what I said.
What
Now,
I'm saying
I
is,
want him to tell me what I said because he said I said. Go ahead.
You said so. Now you saying somebody said what you said? Finally, for the first time. Okay, what would he say? Because
No,
he usually don't let nobody talk.
you
for.
just said he said when you pointed at me. So you tell me what I said.
You said give me a Zach first and last name.
Yes, I did, and y'all never did that. But go
So
ahead.
So that means in my mind, I'm taking that as I can only give you one person first and last name. I can't. The family last name though is the Rothschilds.
Motherfucker,
So
I
that
asked for
means
3 names, first and last name. I didn't say you can give me one person. You gave all these families what are their names.
So you
Name
want-
one of the Rothschilds. Name one.
why does that matter?
Well,
I mean, it matters, but why? But we know it's the Rothschilds. I gave you a name, Queen Elizabeth. That's one.
Elizabeth who?
It don't matter. I mean, bro, what? See, that's semantics. You want to look up the definition of semantics? Read it.
Motherfucker, I ain't here for school. God damn it, I got.
So why are we using
Bro.
semantics? What you mean about the last name? Everybody in the world know who Queen Elizabeth was.
Everybody.
What are you?
Because you don't know her last name.
All right, cool.
I don't
Fuck
either.
it.
But I didn't throw the bitch out there like I knew her.
No, you said name a name. I gave
I
you a
said
name. You
name
still wanna
first
use
and
semantics.
last
It don't
name.
matter. It don't
Queen
matter.
is not a first name. Elizabeth is not a last
know
name.
her.
I said give me a first and last
We know
name,
her.
and neither one of y'all
People, I
could do
think
that.
y'all all know her. I think y'all ain't living under a rock. I think everybody know who she was.
Okay, bro. All right.
Well, next
I'm
question.
I'm glad y'all sure got y'all point across. Anyway, next subject.
You said who rules the world? Who are these people? Who is these? We gave you families. Everybody know these families that run the world. They're like, what is the name? The name. Gave you a name. The one Pacific 3. Huh? We know the names of the people that control the world, cuz this person that we know who the people know the people.
and actually, for the most part, it ain't even people no more. It's 3 companies: BlackRock, State Street, and Vanguard. They manage over $35 trillion in assets.
Give me the first and last name of the person that run the company.
Oh,
Fucking don't matter, bro.
No, you got a CEO.
Let me smoke real quick.
But for the most part, they're the ones that
Company and they
Yeah, that company pretty much runs just about everything. They own Disney. They own a majority shares in Disney and Target and all these retail places. They own pretty much everything. They control goddamn everything. Hey, man, you want to take a break?
Mortimer Buckley, CEO of Vanguard. At least I can pull up a name if I try it, motherfucker.
Yeah, but I don't like looking
No.
at my phone.
Hold on. No. Nope.
No, I got it.
You got it?
Larry Fink,
That's it, Larry Fink.
CEO of BlackRock. I'm
Yep.
giving out names. You asked me for them, motherfucker, and there they go. Now, where the ones I asked you for? Where the ones I asked you for, nigga?
I know the family that run them.
What's the what they look like?
Hey,
Name one. Show me one of them.
Hey, why don't we take a break because nobody can hear what he's saying. He's nowhere near a mic. Hey, we'll be right back here after a minute.